All right, hi everyone. My name is Josh, and here is my attempt at the September Power Apps Challenge. I call it Dinner Dates. Um, so here's the app right here. I've got my label up here using HTML text. Here's just the date, real quick, so you know what day you're at. I've got four buttons: calendar, recipes, shopping, locator, and then this little X button, which will exit out of the app, so that way you can go to other apps if you need to. The image I actually took from a prompt, an AI prompt using Copilot. I'll include a Figma link that has kind of the overall design with that image if anybody cares to use it. But let me get to it. So, in the app, you go into your calendar here, and this is just my Outlook calendar, and I can see, what's coming up. Looks like the 25th. I'm going to be serving pork chops. 6 o'clock. It'll take me about 60 minutes to make them, theoretically. So again, this is just purely informational. I won't be manipulating anything from here. The real magic happens with the recipes. So I click that button, and it goes here, and this is just a list, a gallery of all the recipes, and I'm using SharePoint as my background data. So let me click on tacos here, and you can just see what goes into making the recipes. It's just a simple form that I use, nothing brilliant, nothing mind blowing, if you will. But you put your title in, you got your picture. Here's the start and end date, the nine ingredients that I'd be using. That's from a multi choice lookup field. Here's the directions. I'm going to change that to like instructions. Sides, if you need some side ideas. Prep time, how many guests? Apparently, I'm only serving myself, so that's a little sad. Leftovers. I thought this was kind of a fun ad. So let's say you made your tacos and you're like, oh, I got leftovers. What else could I do with these? So I wanted to throw in some ideas. If you're like me and you're too hungry to come up with a full meal, you're like, wait a minute, I made tacos. I could just make a taco salad now. Sweet. So yeah, that pretty much covers that. If you wanted to submit this, you just click the check mark. Wanted to add a new item, click the plus. Want to delete this recipe, you could just do that. Or to go back, it's just X. So pretty simple stuff, and it's here too. So if you want to add right there, you can do that as well. Then we got shopping. This is one I actually use. Surprise, surprise. So here's my shopping list. Ignore the beer. That's, obviously, I'm an adult, so that's on my shopping list. But let's see, like American cheese. I've got a picture here. I need one. The cost I estimated at 215. And here's kind of a fun ad. What aisle I would find it at in my supermarket. And this is purely theoretical. It's not accurate data. But the nice thing that I did is I added in, like, let's say I am making tacos. I just type in tacos, and it gives me all the ingredients for tacos right here in that search function. And then I've got the option to go into a shopping list. So here's some things that, let's say, oh, I need to purchase these. I could be actually in the supermarket looking, and as soon as I buy bread, I click off that one, and it goes away from the purchase, and that way I can, add and remove as needed. And if I needed to print it, I could just click that, and that'll give me a kind of a screenshot of my shopping list, and I can print it off on my computer printer. And you can also add new items right here as well. So I thought that was a pretty nice ad. And you can update the items here, the ingredients, if you will. So we've got title, quantity, picture, cost, and notes with all the useful functionality right there. And the last but not least is the locator. Now, this I need to flesh out a little more, but what I broke it down is, and this probably isn't accurate. I don't know of any supermarket that only has four aisles, but for this demonstration, I just did four aisles, and I wanted to include, like, okay, so here's the meat. Looks like ketchup and stuff over here. We got cheese, dairy, and then fruits and vegetables on this side. And again, all you have to do, let's say I want to do burgers, I just type that in, and it's going to break it down and show me all the ingredients and what aisle I would find those ingredients. And I can just check them off as I go through and either add or remove as needed. And that's just a simple patch formula that updates the SharePoint list behind the scenes. And then I use this X to get out of that if I want to see all items again. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. The last thing I did make a flow that would update my Outlook calendar, but it's based off of modified or created. So it has a little bit of problem with adding extra like events. So probably what I do to fix that is I would go into recipes, and since this is where you actually set your date for when you're serving a meal, I'd probably put like an update button somewhere that would update my Outlook calendar, and I think that would fix that. But again, that's kind of a nice to have. I don't know if that's absolutely necessary. So yeah, that is my app, Dinner Dates. I hope everybody enjoys it, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via Reddit. Have a good one. Bye.